Hey guys, happy St. Patrick's Day, and today we're gonna do what is one of the most traditional meals, a corned beef and cabbage. I'm gonna do it in the pressure cooker. I'll show you. So there's the pressure cooker. It's plugged in, all ready to go. Here's all our ingredients. We've got our beef, some thyme, cabbage, carrots, potatoes, an onion. I'm using a white onion. Usually you'd use a yellow, but shouldn't matter. Couple of beers we're gonna throw in. And then also I have some red peppers that we need to get rid of, so I thought I'd add those. And then we're gonna do a little sauce, and that's what the sour cream and horseradish is for. So we'll just mix those two to make a little sauce. We're just going to slice it up. That's going to help it cook a little faster and stuff in the pressure cooker. Okay, so there we go, all cut up. We can now add it. Then we have our onion, and we're just gonna cut it up. And that's about it. We're not dicing it, just for bigger chunks. And just add that in. Okay. And then we got our thyme. And you're just gonna add like 6 of them, roughly. Okay. I added 8, but you know, roughly 6. And then we have our beer. You can use any kind, but you know, the pale ales always makes it taste better. And then just pour it in. So I got 2 of these, as you saw. So everything is in there. I'm not sure if you stir it, but I guess we'll give it a quick stir. Okay. So you can see it's off. We'll just put the lid on. Okay, it makes a sound when it's locked into place. Okay, so here's our panel. We're just gonna hit the pressure cook. And then the time, which is at defaulted to 26, we'll just up it to 30. And it should be good to go. Okay, so that's that. We'll just wait around for 30 minutes. This is actually my first time using this Instant Pot, which is hilarious because it's been in the house for years. But as you can see, there's a lot of things you can do with it. There's, you know, the soup, the meat and stew, chili, even cake, eggs, slow cook, saute, rice, multigrain, porridge. I can't see myself ever doing porridge in this thing, but desterilize is an interesting one though. And yogurt. Okay, so for anyone that might be new like me to the Instant Pot, I just asked my roommate because he's kind of the pro at using this thing. And so basically at this point, you just wait a bit. It takes like 10 minutes for it to kind of, you know, warm up, do its thing, get to the point of it, you know, pressuring, I guess. And then that's when the timer will start. So I'd say roughly a 30-minute cook is going to take 40 minutes then. Okay guys, so I thought we would, while we're waiting for that to cook, we would just prep the sauce. So the sauce is really easy. It's literally 2 ingredients. So it's sour cream. You're going to use half a cup. And then the horseradish, it's like 3 to 4 teaspoons. I'm gonna go with 3 with this one though, because it's really good, which means it's got a little kick. And ironically, 0 calories. I never knew that about horseradish. Okay, so I'm not gonna bother measuring the sour cream. Like, we know this is brand new, unopened. It's 2 cups, so we're just gonna grab half of half, basically. Which means I'm probably gonna buy some pierogies or something to use the rest, because we're not really using a whole lot of it. And we'll just do that. Okay, that's about half a cup right there. And we'll do a few teaspoons of the horseradish. We'll be generous with it, but we'll do a few. Somewhat generous. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. There's the, you know, in case anyone's curious, what kind and all that. I don't really do horseradish very often. Honestly, every time I've ever had it in the house, it's been for a recipe because a recipe calls for it. Okay, so now we can just stir this in. I'll admit, I have no idea what this sauce really is for, but I guess we dip the meat into it. I don't know. But we making it. It's getting stirred in. For those that are making a big batch, it can store in the fridge for up to 1 week. So we'll just put a cover on it, and then, you know, we'll just have that in the fridge until we are ready to eat dinner. So I'll be back in, well, still roughly 30 minutes because it didn't take us long to do that. Okay guys, so I thought I'd just show you this part. So unfortunately I got to it a little late. I should have showed you like the hissing part, but it was hissing. It popped up that silver thing, and it still says on, but we should see the time pop up there soon. From the time that you start this up, if you're cooking for 30 minutes, which we are, it will be roughly 45 because of the, you know, waiting for it to pressurize, waiting for that to pop up, and then we're gonna slow release it. You have 2 choices. You can either, like, I guess force release it, where you just, I'll show you over here, you can push this, and then they'll, you know, release all the pressure, or slow release it. And I'm in no rush, so I'm just gonna let it do its thing naturally at the end. Oh, there's our time. So there's our time, our 30 minutes, which took, like I said, it'll take roughly 45, because I'm pretty sure, maybe even longer, maybe 50, because I'm pretty sure I waited 10 to 15 for this part to happen, and then we'll wait another 10 for the slow release. Okay guys, I'm back. The meat mixture is pretty much done. It's just depressurizing, so I figured while it's finishing its thing, we would prep the veggies. They're gonna go into this thing. So, you know, after I take out the meat, of course, we'll dump this into the pressure cooker. So they don't take long, so that's why you do it during the last 5 minutes. Okay, so for this we have our potatoes. I'm not cutting them up, we're just gonna throw them straight in. They're baby potatoes, so that's why. We have the carrots. Again, not cutting them up, that's why I pretty much only buy baby cut carrots. This only calls for 3 carrots, which really made absolutely no sense to me. I can't fathom a recipe that only calls for 3 carrots. Yeah, so I'm dumping the whole thing in. Yeah. Then we have our green cabbage. We're gonna use half of this. Although it is kind of small and I have no real use afterwards for cabbage, so I don't know, maybe I'll use the whole thing, who knows. And then for the red peppers, well, I gotta get rid of them, so we'll just use both of them. I was gonna dice them up, but I kind of like the shape they are looking right now, so I'm just gonna keep them like that. So I'm just gonna toss those. Here's our little basket. So I'll just toss those in the basket. Okay, so yeah, it's pretty tiny, so I'm just gonna use the whole thing. Hopefully this will be big enough. I think I'm adding a little more veggies than this might allow. but that's okay. We don't have to add all the cabbage, I guess, just most of it. Okay, so there we go. We got the red peppers, the cabbage in, and then we can just kind of toss in the potatoes, I guess. Okay. Okay, and then our carrots. If I dump it all, how filled is that? Yeah, it's pretty filled, but I guess it should be okay. So now I just gotta remove the meat. Okay guys, so we're ready to grab the beef out of here. So the silver thing dropped it down. It definitely takes a bit, but I was in no rush. So we're just gonna empty the pot out now. Okay guys, so I got I just call it the big fork. I don't know what the actual term is, but we're just gonna take the meat out. Okay, I'm just gonna keep that stuff in there. Basically, it's, you know, it's the beer liquid with the onions. We'll just keep that in there and we'll just drop our veggies in there. The lid goes back on. And we just do the same thing, so pressure cook, and we're gonna drop it down to 5 minutes. Okay. Definitely this will be perfect for myself and my roommate, but if you're cooking for more, I would definitely get more beef. So there's our dip. We will just test it out. That dip is really good. Okay guys, I got you kind of close to the pot. This time I've decided, the first time I just kind of left it alone and let it naturally release. But this is just the veggies, and you know, we'd like to eat sometime tonight, you know. So I'm just gonna release it. So basically, if you're new to doing this, you just push this, this big one that I'm not gonna put my hands very close to. That's where the steam comes out of, right beside the silver thing. Here, I'll put you kind of at the top. Don't touch that or the silver thing. Okay, there's our veggies. I'm just gonna cut up the meat a little more, and we're gonna pop it back in. Okay, so we're just shredding it up. I'm just gonna use the lid to hold whatever water comes from the basket. So okay, it's just in the sink for now. So there's our liquid, which still has our onions in it, and we're just gonna grab the meat. Okay, and we'll just pop it in there. Okay, and then we have our veggies here. We'll just dump in. just stir with our little fork here. Okay guys, time to dish out our dinner. There's our plate. We got the corned beef, some carrots, cabbage, potatoes. There's some onion in there, red peppers with our dip. Happy St. Patrick's Day. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.